Hello everybody. So there's a couple of different, I'm outside so I get sidetracked really easy. I'm going to try to look at the camera and stay focused. So there's a lot of variables coming together here. I just finished our team convention. I work through a company, doTERRA Essential Oils, and I love to empower people with wellness. The tools that they need for wellness. That's what I love to do. It's my favorite thing. And in doing so, I heard a lot of different speakers. So there's a lot of components coming in here. It's not one thing. So my takeaway from all of those little components coming together is I need more joy in my life. There's circumstances in my life that have put up a small barrier. So there's research out there that shows when you've had certain circumstances in your life, it actually reduces the chemical production that your brain has the capability to experience joy. And you can look up the research, do the research. But I have studied joy for over the past year, and I'm coming aware of this as a truth for my life, is that it's a little more challenging. I have to engage joy on purpose, that it's there for me. I can experience it. I love to laugh, but my joy is very simple. Like swinging on the swings is joyful for me. Blowing bubbles. And I'm a 45-year-old woman, and blowing bubbles brings me so much joy. Sitting on my porch and listening to the wind chimes brings me so much joy. But like to think of a really big thing, that could bring me joy, I really have no idea what that means. I experience joy in very simple ways. So I am engaging in joy. I'm making a commitment to myself to engage in joy on purpose for 280 days. This will be like a new gestation for me. So I'll be setting new chemical responses in my brain to respond to joy on a more regular basis, and for big things and for small things. So I'm going to be doing some really small things. I'm going to try to get some team engagement going on, because one way that I really engage in joy is by sharing a moment with other people, and witnessing their joy and their connection in that moment, and then locking eye contact. That's, to me, quality time and connectedness, and that brings me joy. So I need some team involvement, so I'll be asking other people to join me on this journey for either a day of the week or whatever. I'm going to try to video blog every day. If I miss a day, I'm sorry. My first day of joy was yesterday. It was my engaging joy commitment, but my calendar was full, and then I took on one more. I have to move. I took on one more. I put this chair here so that I can show you what I did yesterday, but I have to bend down so that I can see in the camera. So I engaged in joy yesterday as my day one, which was September 17th. So it's the 17th day, which is my daughter's birth date and my birthday month. So September 17th, but this is my birthday gift from my daughter. And we just got the tattoo yesterday. So I engaged in joy by getting this tattoo. And so this arrow is the arrow that my daughter chose the design for, and this is the arrow that I chose the design for. I got them on my leg because I've wanted a tattoo since I was 18 years old, but I could never pick the thing that I wanted. And my daughter came up with this idea of arrows, because arrows guide you through, they guide into a direction and they hit a target. And so her arrow represents, in my opinion, the stage that she is in her life. So her feather at the end of her arrow is very direct. And when it flies off of that, if you pull the bow back and you let the arrow go, it's going to hit the target really quickly and easily. For me, I picked a feather for the end of my arrow that wraps all the way around. I wanted the points to go this way because they're going in the right direction. So if they wrap around the back of my leg, so they're pointing in the right direction. Even if this looks, this should look like the correct way, because this is a video, not Facebook Live. So, so this is my new tattoo. And I just wanted to come on So today is my first video blog, but yesterday was the first day that I engaged Joy. And today, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'll probably end up doing 2 videos today. This is a little bit longer because I'm introducing it. So 280 days to engage Joy, so that at the end of 280 days, the idea of 280 comes from, it takes roughly, one of the ladies that spoke on stage was rather pregnant. She was to the end of her pregnancy, towards the end, not to the end. And she said it's roughly 280 days to grow a baby. And people saw her out on stage and they were curious as to if she was tired, if she needed to sit down, if she needed to rest. And she had high energy. She was, good to go, but just looked like she was carrying around a lot of weight that day. So people were asking her, she says, all I did was my body just showed up. It just showed up to grow this baby. And what would it look like if you showed up for your life, your business, whatever it is that you're showing up for the next 280 days? But a lot of people's speeches were about joy and about engaging and about, different little pieces of that. So I kind of put that all together in one challenge for myself. One thing that I really do well with is challenging myself. Even if I don't do it perfectly, if I have that commitment to coming back to the challenge, I'm more easily, that's an accountability practice for me, is by engaging into a challenge. I love it if other people come along with me. So if you have a positive thing that you would like to comment of, this gave you an idea, if you want to comment in the post, you want to understand more about engaging Joy, or if you want to make your own kind of a challenge. That's a lot of people do a 100-day challenge. I'm switching it up to a 280-day challenge because I want it to be more like a gestation of something new for me. Not that Joy is new, but just that it comes on a more regular basis without me having to do something so intentional. So I will be on purpose engaging in something that brings me joy. And I am open for comments of responses of things that bring you joy, just in case it sparks an idea for me. It might not be the exact same thing that you do, but it might instigate something creative from me. Like this is kind of a compilation of several different ideas. And I'm excited to see what my joy will look like at the end of 280 days of engaging it on purpose. So again, some things that I'm going to probably be doing are dancing. I'm going to be getting a dance DVD, and I'm going to be dancing. So I might dance on my porch one day. I might go to the park and dance, and it'll be dancing for exercise. So there's an engaging DVD that's called Dance Body Groove or something like that. And so I told myself in the summertime I was going to get that. Another thing that brings me joy is blowing bubbles. I know it's a child's thing to do, but I really love blowing bubbles. I love hula hooping. I love raking leaves and playing in leaves. So just really simple things. And yesterday, the actual act of getting a tattoo isn't necessarily super joyful, but I decided that I was going to love getting a tattoo. And I can't say that I loved feeling the needle stick into my skin, but I chose a tattoo that was very intricate, so they used a small needle. I guess you can request a small needle, but I didn't. I just chose a tattoo that would be very intricate. And in doing so, and the person worked very quickly, according to my daughter who's had tattoos before. She goes, it's not the kind of pain you want to drag out. So thank you, Isaiah from Imperial Tattoo in Rib Mountain, Wisconsin, for doing my tattoo. I really love it. I love the idea behind it. It took a little bit of them trying to understand what I was going for, but we talked through it. He listened to me, and he listened to the point where he understood what my point was and how the tattoo should look on my body so that I get the feeling that I wanted to get from it. And as I had this tattoo for one whole day already, even more meaning is coming from it in the placement and the way that it is, and some things that are going on in my life right now. So I really love how it was just so awesome. I love it. It's so intricate and so much detail, and I just got it yesterday, and it already just looks so awesome. And so part of my process of laying there getting the tattoo was, you know, asking for what I needed. They had some TV program playing and just the talking was really annoying to me. And I needed music, so I asked my daughter to play music, and so she put her phone really quiet just by my ear so I could hear it, and I kept turning the speaker so that I could hear it, because if she had the speaker turned away from me, I couldn't. And the song that was playing was a little bit softer, and she said I can't, you know, choose the song, just putting it on a playlist. And so then she chose a different genre, and I said, I don't really care what the words are saying, I just need to hear the music. But like, I wasn't like wincing in pain or jerking or anything like that. Now, I don't know how people get tattoos. Like, I've never witnessed anybody getting a tattoo before, so I just knew the stiller I laid, the easier it would be for the person. And so I just breathed. I've been practicing on my breathing, so I used that thing that I've been practicing already. It prepared me to be able to receive a tattoo. And my daughter would give me little check-ins, like the first arrow is halfway done, and then the first arrow is done, so your tattoo's halfway done. And you know, the closer that it got for me to the tattoo being on my body for real, I was getting excited in the middle of the pain. You know, in the middle of the pain of getting the needle stuck into my body, and then my daughter would like raise her eyebrows at me. That's one of our making funny faces at each other. So I mean, I giggled in the middle of getting my tattoo. I don't know if that's normal, but that's how my body responded to it, because I decided before I went, I was gonna love the experience of getting a tattoo. I was gonna love having the tattoo, and I was gonna love sharing that experience with my daughter. It was my birthday gift, so we got matching tattoos. She got the same tattoo, and she got it on her arm right here, and she got it on her left arm because when you pull back the thing, it was like the arrow was shooting forward. And we chose our feathers for very special reasons. I do have my story on Facebook, and I tried to put it on Instagram, but I have to practice Instagram a little bit better. My name on Instagram follows my email, desirewell7@gmail.com, just like this video will be under my YouTube channel at desirewell7@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.